Fuck you, dude. I hate you so much. What the fuck? Ryan, I hate that.
Alright, let's just start. How do we all know each other? Like how do we come to be? Who are we?
Fantastic Four. Just kidding. Well, Ryan, 2, and I pledged spring semester of freshman year here.
Yeah.
We were actually 4 pledges, but the other pledge brother left the house. Gonna just skim over that. And then Ben was here already, and I remember, I don't know how we ended up. I was looking for a roommate after we were non-pledges, and Ben was like, "You guys want to be like roommates?" And then we all said, "Yeah, sure," for sophomore year. And it was just like a pretty good vibe we had. We all kind of clicked, because I mean Ryan too and I had already spent like a lot of time together through pledgeship.
Yeah.
And then Ben was just like a great mix that we needed, and we all kind of just clicked, and we've been roommates since then.
Yeah.
2.
I think I remember the first day moving. Ryan, I was on the left side of the room, and Ryan was on the right side of the room or something. I don't remember. But we just 2 of us, and we talked. And he told me about like, the next day there would be another dude moving, and I think that was Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 3 of us, and then her mom moved in, and I still remember like every morning hearing her mom's freaking alarm.
Oh my God.
It was hilarious. Yeah, and then one day the next semester, I just found out that Ben was our roommate. Just like, come in, Ben was our roommate, and that's it. Yeah.
So I met Ryan in Psychology 101. Well, actually, fucking tutorial. And so we were kind of friends before that. But then I met Rod when I was picking him up to move him in. Like,
they
first
literally
time.
just went and took all my shit before I was ready to like actually come to the house. They were like, "All right, we're gonna get your stuff." I was like, "Over the weekend?" Like, "No, today." 5 minutes later, they're in my room taking all my boxes away.
We basically forced him to join Kappa Sigma.
They did.
Actually, we kidnapped him.
Yeah, which I'm glad.
And then 2 was just kind of this like enigma that was a thing that was around the house that I was like, so just kind of like that. I was like, okay, so he's my roommate now. And then I don't know. I guess I just was ready for some really awesome dudes to room with, so I just took the entire pledge class and roomed with them.
Yeah, I met Ben in tutorial and psych and stuff, and then like I met 2 and I actually met, but he doesn't remember this. But he came up to me right before we were like coming back to campus in December, like after Christmas break or whatever, and he I'm standing at the train station, and I saw this other Vietnamese guy that I knew on campus, which is actually 2's cousin, and 2 comes up and goes, "Hey, we're pledging," and I was like, "I don't know." And I was like, "I'm going to Kappa Sigma." "Me too," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then it was like a long 4-hour train ride, and I was like a couple seats away, and then like I was like, "Well, I'll see you in a few days, I guess."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, so like, let's talk about sophomore year, because that's when we all started rooming together.
Oh man, sophomore year was the best. I was just thinking about that this morning, dude.
Yeah.
I really was like, cause like 2 talks a lot about how like he wants us all to go to bed at the same time.
Yeah.
Like he tries to schedule it because that's what we used to do sophomore year. And like some of the best fucking stories have come from just going to bed at the same time and just like.
That's where Go to Sleep came
Yeah,
from.
yeah. That's how we scheduled it. It was like go to sleep.
Go to sleep. So I think that's something we need to like explain.
yeah,
a little
definitely,
more.
yeah.
So you want to take it away with it?
And then we'll explain after 2 explains.
I'm the last one to go to bed, and I was studying on that next to the window, I think, and they were making weird noises, and I was just like cannot focus, so I just come into the room and say, "Go to sleep," and I just like slam the door because like just continue studying, just that. Yeah.
This was not one instance though. He would do it.
See,
so
I remember the instant of like, I was asleep, And Ben was at least asleep. I don't know if Rod was there for this one particular time I had my memory. But like we were asleep and the lights were off. And then I just hear this like door open, lights on, go to sleep, and then just leaves the room with the lights on. I was like, what?
And then it became this huge thing that like we started saying because like it was like go to slip, you know, his name's Two, to slip, and like Ryan made posters and it was like all around the house. It was his face,
dude.
and it said go to slip.
So many
and it started
posters.
this whole movement in the house of like Ryan making posters of everybody, just like random names and stuff. It was the best time. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's like printed memes. Like,
Yeah.
big. Yeah.
The best one is a chemistry one with Rod.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of sophomore year.
Yeah, so
Oh,
Ben and
okay.
I were taking Chemistry 111, and we fucking hated it.
It was terrible.
It was horrible. We'd always like stress about it. And Ryan that semester had a super easy fucking semester.
I had Psych 201 in that.
He had
You had,
barely
like,
three classes, I think.
Like, yeah. So Ben and I were like stressing out all the time, and Ryan was like, "Hey guys," and he like that's when we were watching all the series on Netflix, and you finished all of them.
Oh my
without us.
god, dude.
I didn't know about it. What? I'm not part of that.
See, because Two always
Because you're always studying.
Oh.
and telling us to go to sleep.
So Kappa Sigma Conclave is a dangerous trek.
Shout out.
We love you, Nationals. Don't revoke our membership. But so every year in like February we have this like national the district conclave. So like the Midwest Kappa Sigma chapters have to send a couple delegates, and there's like this big like leadership training, and here's Kappa Sigma, we're great, yada yada.
Yeah.
And then we go through the rest of conclave, and then we try and have dinner, and like so then we get into the car and we're going back. It's like it should have been a 4-hour drive, and I'll set the scene for like up until my part, where I accepted my death because it's like a beautiful sunny. It's like 5 o'clock, right? So the sun's going down in the middle of winter, and like we're leaving, and these guys are sitting in the backseat, and I'm shotgunned with Ben. I always get shotgun, and they pass out right away, and I'm sitting there and I was like, man, I'm tired. I was like, well, I can't just let Ben just drive all by himself for 4 hours. Like, that's not cool. He's more tired than I am, I'm sure, because I'm a little bit earlier. So I put on my laptop, and I used to DJ and stuff. So like I opened up the software. It was just like mixing music in the car just to like do something to keep me awake. And then like I look over at Ben and he's sitting there just like driving, and I was like, fuck you with the and he's sitting there doing that, and he's just like, and I was like, we haven't talked in a while, and I was like, all right, he won't notice if I just like take a nap. So I put the thing on autoplay, and I'm like, all right, I'm just like, all right, close my eyes. So like just imagine just, close my eyes. And I'm like, oh fuck, and it's a little darker out after I open. I was like, oh, some time has passed. I look over at Ben. Ben seems to have no qualms, so I'm like, all of a sudden I open my eyes, and it's fucking hyperspace. Like it looked exactly like hyperspace in Star Wars, where it's just like white. I mean, it wasn't snowing. Like there wasn't really any like snow like left on the ground when we were leaving either, because it was like warm and stuff, and like all the ice from the day before melted. And all of a sudden there's just like I'm in hyperspace, and I was like. And I look over at Ben, and Ben's just like freaking out, just like fucking out. I look back, and they're asleep, and I'm like, I'm gonna die in my sleep. And I just close my eyes again, and all of a sudden I wake up to these guys screaming. And so then, yeah.
So, like I said, I didn't take that nap during the day because I want to make sure these guys woke up and weren't being like super rude to people studying and get kicked out and get in trouble, right? So I was super tired. So as soon as we got in the car and like got on the highway, I passed out. Didn't wake up at all. And then like Ryan said, I woke up. And I couldn't see anything like outside the window. Like the window was like it was pitch black, and I could see was in the front like hyperspace. And I was like, Ben, what the fuck? Where are we? And he was like, I have no idea, man. Like I literally couldn't see past like all we could see in the front was like barely the lights of the truck in front of us. And I asked him like, how are you doing this? He's like, I don't know, man. He's like, we're going like 25. It was at that point I was like, because I'm from Texas, so like I don't like snow, driving in snow. Like, at that time, I was like, fuck this, dude. Like, we're gonna die. And then Ryan woke up, and then we were like, fuck. And then Bill was like, guys, shut up. I need to concentrate. Because he was fucking stressing out. So I just stayed quiet, and, like, I low-key started praying a little bit. It took us, how many hours did it take us to get back?
Like 7 or 8.
It was insane, because people were, like, cars were, like, sliding out, crashing, and Ben was just, like, fucking stressed out.
Like, actually driving around cars that are spinning out.
Yeah, like, I remember the one car, it's just like, we're like in Indy, and it's all fucking crazy there too, because there's all these highways and stuff, and all of a sudden it's just like out the window, I was just like,
and I'm just like, okay, don't hit me. I can't like get out of the way, so.
people I hang out with, man.
Two, what are you doing? Let's rally, man!
Let's rally!
Shut the fuck up!
Where's my Starbucks?
What the fuck is happening? Why are you, Rod? Fuck you! Fuck you, Rod! Fuck you!
I want to get into Rod's T-Rex hand. But before we do that,
Holy shit, yes.
But how do why don't we just kind of go like we'll just like hit one person and like what is so like we'll answer this question about each of you, you know, as a group about each other, like what would the room be missing without like Rod?
Oh, okay. Oh wow, for me, someone to shit on.
Yeah.
We shit on each other a lot, Rod and I.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Hey, Ben.
Hey Rod, fuck
you.
you.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. You're not getting me the day, bitch. Yeah.
You guys used to make songs together too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Pull Out Game Strong.
Pull
man.
Out
Yeah,
Game
yeah,
Strong.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna come out. It'll come out.
Yeah.
Pull Out Game Strong 2017. Wait for it. Also, we had another one, but obviously it
I
was
hated
just
that
not
song.
as.
Fix it with my dick, right?
Fix it with my dick. Yeah.
I'll fix it with my dick. That was the title of the song.
But I can't remember.
What does Pull Out Game Strong sound like?
Pull Out Game Strong. Pull Out Game Strong. No baby mama drama, cause I pull out game strong. Pull Out Game Strong. Pull Out Game Strong. Ain't got no baby mama, cause I pull out game strong.
Yeah, see that? Yeah.
That's it. We're thinking about the verses. We're still trying to come up with
the
like,
chorus
verses
is
and stuff.
set. You know,
The chorus is like
solid,
solid,
right?
obviously.
Yeah.
Dom,
So-
you're a musician. What do you think?
I think it's catchy.
We thought so too. Yeah.
But for Rod, I don't know. Rod's like, at least from my perspective, the most like normal of the, like he kind of grounds us. Cause like I mean he's just you know like
Yeah.
I mean he's Rod. He's definitely a unique person, but like he doesn't like you know we'll get to like what Tu and Ben and what I like all do, but like Rod's just like you know he naps. He's like our Sphinx Club guy. Well, him and two our Sphinx Club guys in the room, but like you know soccer captain. Like he's
Yeah. Rod
He
brings.
kept me sane during pledgeship because like it was Tu or Heymont, and I was partnered with Tu for all like our partnered
I
events.
could not imagine.
And you know, Tu just trying to convince me that this Alpha Phi Omega rock was related to our house, and therefore we needed to find it. And like Rod and I would just go and like vent to each other about it.
Yeah.
And he's in some ways still like that. Like I could just go and be
Yeah.
like, dude, fucking Tu, and like, yeah, it's just like a pretty standard friendship with Rod and I.
Rod brings our coolness factor up by like 10 or something.
Yeah.
Because we're all
Yeah.
three of us are pretty weird, and then Rod's like the cool guy on campus, so we get to you know.
Yeah.
What am I to you too?
It's you kind of like the voice of guidance. Like I can always trust you to say the right thing.
Yeah, you
like-
can't trust us.
Because Ben is always Ben
That is
Ryan
true.
always mess with me, and Rod is the only one that's always reasonable in the room. Yeah, he support us. We should have support him like a lot more when he plays soccer. I didn't go to a lot
Yeah,
of his,
you
his
should
games.
have.
Yeah, I
you
do.
went.
I-
I was yelling, "That's my
I-
roommate!"
I-
every
I-
fucking
yeah,
game.
I
they
don't.
went.
Yeah, but it's just like
Do we have that
Catholic
still?
guy. In the,
It's somewhere in my desk.
Somewhere.
yeah.
I think. If you can't find it, let me know. It should be under all my
I don't
stuff.
think you can find it because like
It's- yeah,
well,
my
it's-
Oh yeah,
Horrible.
that's another thing. If Rod weren't here, things would be much cleaner, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But
Rod is
I
like-
keep my mess to my section.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
alright,
Okay.
alright.
Sometimes like my stuff here I do pick up, but the ones I clean the most, the ones that have kept the room the way it is
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Ryan and Ben. Yeah, so they made that for one of my games. My parents came to that game, and my parents like took a picture with it, and they're like so happy that like like I had all these support system that like all my friends were here. So yeah, so overall for me too is like the person that kind of want to help out the most. But like I also like really admire because he's the one that like kind of like always is like he's always working and doing something. So I'm like fuck, I should be doing something too, So he's kind of both like like my motivator sometimes. Cause he was like top Ryan and shit. So he's always been the one that's like fuck like if cause Two always says oh you're so smart and you guys do all this stuff, but like Two's like such a like hard worker. So yeah, I think that's what like he brings to me at least, and a little bit more of like insane attitude sometimes. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Two's just like all the chaos in the room, and he instigates. I'd say like 99% of the fun, because like it usually starts with some kind of joke. I mean, there's like the moments too where we like the three of us just go out and do like dumb shit, and that's like fun. But like Two, like anything that happens in this room and we're laughing, it's probably because of him. We're with him,
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Next Ben.
Of course. Ben.
Ben is like the to-go guys to go if you need like something, because he always have something for you. Like when I need somebody to text girl for me.
Oh my gosh.
Like, he was the one.
Some girl that Two was talking to me for a good like 2 weeks.
And when you need to go somewhere, Ben will be that one.
Because I'm the only one with a car. I am the car in this.
He's the
room.
car.
Yeah,
He is the car. He's the reason we get anywhere.
He's important. I know he's like just this classic American student. Not very good at English. We usually just like give him papers.
Compared to Two.
And I don't know, like life will be harder without Ben. Like way harder. But it's fun to ask Ben some stuff and he will answer you and you have to wonder if it's right or not. Yeah. And this tickle joke when I say something wrong.
See, paranoid.
He will tickle me. Yeah.
He's really trying to keep himself together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, Ben, I think like I said earlier, so when we were like about to be like brothers, or the next semester after Bloodcheck, we were looking for brothers to like live with, or we're gonna live with. Mm-hmm. And me and Ben talked, and we're like, yeah, sure, because like I think we can all agree that Ben is a person like Two said that you can always go to, because he's so like non-judgmental, super like down to earth. So yeah, I think like we can all agree that Ben is probably the person that we all want to go to first. Mm-hmm. Just because he's always like super calm, super accepting of everything, doesn't judge. He's probably been through what you've been through at some point, or has someone and like can tell you pretty good advice. So yeah, for me, it gives someone like that you can really like count on no matter what. Which I can count on all of them, of course. But I think Ben was the first one that like got to that point, So yeah, I think for me, Ben is also the dude that like will always follow whatever joke you're saying. So you can always count him to like do stupid shit with you at wherever you are, like our stupid jokes or stupid games that we do. So yeah, he's like always there with whoever you need. So yeah, I think for me, it's like like one of the big support systems that I've had at least here at school.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, like Ben, like the easy answer is he's the guy that supplies all the puns.
Yeah,
he just has an affinity for puns.
That's
like no
totally
other.
fine with me.
But I mean, I know for me, he was so like, a lot of my friends, my freshman year, now, but a lot of my like first friends at this college were Kappa Sigs, but specifically Ben and Fetus were the guys I was like closest with, even as an independent when I didn't see them every day. But so Ben and Fetus, but in this context, Ben was one of the big reasons why I decided to like try and like come out and reach out to the house and join the house. So at least for me right now, like he's like one of the big reasons I kind of got this whole these 4 years of experience with just everything else. I mean, there's these other stories between us, but the whole room, and Ben's like but like for the room, like yeah, like for us, he keeps like, I don't know, yeah, like he's able to like connect anything, like for some reason like. Any of our split days, right? Like if Rod's got his own day going on, he's got like a Sphinx Club thing with when Two, they're both doing something. He's kind of like the intermediary between everything, so like he's able to connect
like the
the days.
glue.
Yeah.
You can say that because like like Ryan and Ben always like so much into coffee that they got me into coffee. Ben and I always like talk about soccer. Ben's like, you want to go play soccer or something. And like now we kind of all work out together except 2 because 2 goes at 7 a.m. and no one's got time for that.
No.
But like Ben has like so many like likes and likes and like hobbies that we all kind of like mesh with. So he, like I said, like he was like the perfect fit for the 3 of us to be like in a room together.
Yeah, like and he's always down. Like, sometimes you have to prod him a lot.
Yeah.
But he'll go. Like he'll do everything. Unless he's got a paper or an assignment, no matter how far away it is.
I'm not down for like a week or 2. Like,
he's there's like weeks or 2 at a time where he's like, nope, I got this paper to do, and like you ask him what's up, it's just all about the paper. But he's down for our like improv coffee and contemplation hours on the weekends. He's always down to just go to Walmart and fuck around on logboards and stuff. I don't know, man. He's always down to watch movies. Always down to play either Call of Duty or FIFA or like go on an event. Like he's always down for the adventure. And he's always like, if we're doing something, he'll kind of help instigate us or like kind of get us rolling to like this further adventure that he sees that maybe none of us see sometimes.
Yeah, I don't think that like I've ever been one of the people that will like start something off. But I think that I got really lucky to like be with these guys because each one of them can start their own thing. And that's what I need to just be like, okay, I can go with this. Like, this is hilarious. Or like, I can go off of their energy to like make something really awesome. Ryan. I'll go first for Ryan. Ryan is a human dubstep machine. And I think that's where we get along the best because I find myself, I don't know. Before I came here, I would not let out a lot of my weirdness, and I realized that I was weird, but I would just kind of hold it back. And then when I realized that Ryan would just make like random noises for no reason, I was like, okay, this is okay. Like I can do this too. So I think that's where Ryan and I mesh the best is that like when I'm around Ryan, I just feel like I can be weird as fuck and not give a shit. And it's just the best. But yeah, that's one thing. And then Ryan has been like a lot of my motivation to like stay fit. And Ryan and I really, really enjoy talking about like health and stuff. That's like one of the things that overlaps a lot with us. And he's also just like kind of my sanity, like knowing that like I can go to him and talk to him about like a lot of my problems and stuff. Like we used to go on walks a lot, Ryan and I, just to clear our heads, and just like talk about random shit. And I think that's where Ryan and I really just like got to know each other. It was just like talking about anything that was going on in our lives because we felt like it was such a judge-free zone when we were together. So, yeah.
I'll go second because I'm 2. I feel like Ryan is the reason why we have all of these furnitures. And
oh my god, Ryan? Yeah, never mind. Ryan is the living room.
Yeah, literally. All you see in this room is Ryan's.
Yeah.
At least like 95% of it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe
he tried to put this as have like a character in the room. That's what I feel. Like if I just live here, I'm just gonna leave everything just the way it is. And be, here for 4 years. But Ryan put something special into something very, like, temporary, I guess.
That's a good one.
Funny, like, he always talk. Like, occasionally he talk while he sleep. And it's like the weirdest thing ever.
Oh my god, I gotta see the lyric.
Hey, Ben and I both. Come on.
Yeah, we like to have conversations.
Yeah, Ryan screams though and scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, I was like,
when I was.
Oh my gosh.
Like when I was a pledge, always like in the middle of the night when I wake up and Ryan was just like talking. I was like, Ryan, are you talking to me? Or something. It was scary, but it's fine. Yeah.
For me, Ryan is like the person that has made me expand my horizon so much more. Because like I would have probably never thought about taking theater classes or like heard the music I've heard thanks to Ryan.
Shit, yeah, you're so right.
So like a lot of the stuff that like I've done, like right now, like we're taking theater 201 magic. What is it called? Magic of theater. Like I would have seen it, but I probably wouldn't have been like, yeah, let's take it. But like I'm so thankful of like all the shit that he's like exposed me to, because like I'm so much better because of it. So for me, Ryan is like the person that has like expanded like just my horizons and kept a lot of the fun in like my college experience because like everybody said like he's always like he does weird shit and like wants to and watches weird shit and like does all this stuff. Yeah, yeah, you too. So yeah, like for me, Ryan is like one of the persons like has really like expanded my horizons and made me like a more rounded individual, I guess you could say. So yeah, I think that's like what Ryan is always and like he always gives me coffee, so you know like that's always good.
That's beautiful.
And gets cool couches.
Well, on top of that, like I don't know, like with what I bring to the room, like being that I'll follow along with whatever's happening. Ryan is the one that instigates probably 90% of the things that happen.
Yes.
So like that's what like I don't know how to explain this. I've always tried to figure this out, but like Ryan it's so like social psychology and all that stuff like fits so perfectly with Ryan because he's always like down to try and like fuck with the social situation just a little bit to make it not normal and like it's somewhat sociopathic but like I enjoy that and like I think that's where Ryan and I will like fuck with too a little bit because
and I gotta just sit back and let it happen
because like we're with two it's just like you don't know what the fuck you're gonna get whenever you bring anything up so like you don't even have to manipulate a variable you just like let two do his thing and then you just like watch it happen so
it's like a walking case study
yeah so yeah Ryan has been like the source of a lot of my adventures.
So like a lot of the stuff that we do is because we're like this. Like I'm so glad like we're doing this. Yeah. Like Ryan's the one that likes making all this happen. And like he gave me my first big break in the theater industry with like my
yeah dude.
That's so awesome. Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that like like a lot of stuff we've done is because Ryan is like, come on, it'll be so cool. Like come on, like he's getting me into fucking longboard, which I need to buy mine already. Cause, so yeah.
He's got a lot of passion about things, and I think that's how he gets us to do it. Is we're like, all right, fuck it, I can be passionate about this too. Not as passionate as Ryan though. No.
Bro, we all go to sleep at the same time, bro. Tucking Benny, bro. So proud, bro. Bro, let's go to sleep, bro. Good night, everybody.